140.
Needs his big save 20 and gets it.
Damon, you require 104.
Already, the Heta throw is under pressure. 104 the target. That's treble 18. Needs the single. And now double 16. This is regulation for Damon Heta.
72.
But that wasn't a good attempt at double 16.
40.
So to strike first with an early break. That'll do it. Excellent leg of darts to start the night from Karol Sedler. Now he cruised through his opening game against Raymond van Barneveld. And he hit back with a 4-visit leg to the 11s. Now the ball.
88. Karol, you require 95.
Well, it was an attempt at safety first from Karol. Only managed to hit single 2.
63.
Tidies it up well enough.
33.
Double 16. Damon Heta strikes back straight away.
Damon Heta.
Good response from the heat.
The leg, Damon a throw first.
Gets that speed when he's comfortable. There's just a bit more flow in this.
140.
Amazing to think that when Damon Heta burst onto the scene, he was regarded as a slow player. He's anything but that now.
Yeah, and
95.
he's evolved,
Damon,
he's changed, he's
81.
improved. I need to go to the 12s. That leaves double 16. And that is a 12-dart leg.
Damon Heta, 6-leg Karol throw
Best
first.
leg of the match, the Aussie produced.
Damon, you require 110.
Looking for a 110 here. Touching to the treble 18. Well, that was the intention.
It was an argument for staying on the treble 20 there.
42.
Would have left double 15, but better a dart at double 15 than no dart at double at all.
.97. Damon, you require 68.
Only going to get one dart at double. And is it enough? No, it's not. Real chance for the Czech number 1.
Single to double. Takes care of the 18. Takes care of double 16. Karol Sedler is now 80% on the outer ring. Brilliant stuff from Evil. It's a big ask, but he's given himself the option, the opportunity.
117. Karol, you require 161.
That hope is extinguished after dart 1.
60. Damon, you require 90.
This will be the biggest finish in the match. Double 15. Attacks it and finds it. It's a 14-darter, and Damon Heta is a leg up and a leg away. He knows that's a big dart.
How about the bullseye, Karol?
99. Damon, you
slightly off piece.
114.
Damon Heta has 114. He now has 54. Tops for the match.
74. Karol, you
Slump of the shoulders from Damo. Double 8 now for Karol Sedler. They are going all the way. Karol Sedler, I said at the start, he's not a man to be taken lightly. Just because he's down in the rankings does not mean he is not a very, very dangerous. Going for the bull. Treble 13.
What a leg of darts this is. At times this has felt like hard work. The standard has been pretty good, but it's been a real battle between these two.
97. Damon, you require 58.
Such a high quality last leg. Until that dart ways hit the double accidentally.
.47.
Well, it's not a fatal error at the minute, but it could turn into one.
There was a strong argument for me to split, go 6 double 8, something like that.
60.
Karol not on
Damon,
a finish. He's not on a good finish now, but this could be awkward. Gets the single 3. And gets double 4. Damon Heta has earned his corn this evening against Karel Sedler. A really good way to start this evening's session. Damon Heta has not had too many results to shout about on the European Tour this year.
You recognise them from the Red Dragon catalogue. Don't know what they're called, by the way, but there's another one on the floor.
40. PT, you require 80.
Had a go at this in the last leg. Wasn't successful. Single 20 again. Double top again.
Well, I was talking to, well, I was having a text conversation with our friend and colleague Paul Nicholson. He was doing a, well, let's just see if this goes in. And one of the players having a few bounce outs, and I said, well, there was a player called Dennis Ovens, used to have this telescopic pen with a magnet on the end, so he didn't have to bend down because he had a bad back, and he'd just get it out, drop it, fire it back in, and retrieve the dart that way.
PT required 20.
Luke keeps getting bounce outs, he might need one.
If he keeps getting bounce outs, he'll get a bad back from having to pick them up all the time.
Dennis Ovens, of course, the original Heat.
Gains on the third leg. Peter Wright.
Well, this is solid rather than threatening a break of throw.
$140.
And that threat is now a serious one. It's okay.
84. PT requires 60.
Not seen a break of throw yet. You have now Peter Wright 4-2 up on Luke Woodhouse. Best leg of the match so far, a 14 darter. That's more like it as far as Peter Wright. 4 darts at double, all in the same leg.
Yeah, and that was the only darts he got at a double in the entire match. That's brutal.
That's a man who reached the final of Munich last week.
Yes.
No mug.
Tough school. Thrice 140s for Peter Wright, 81 after 9, and this was this little spell that
57.
We were warning Woodhouse of.
He has raised his game. Oh, interesting play. Going for the bull first.
Yeah, I don't mind that play, because no matter what you hit, either a bull or a 25, you can leave your preferred requisite double, but that's a great recovery dart.
45.
Yeah, I've got to agree, and especially with Woodhouse stranded on 287, got the luxury of making those choices. I can't get a treble, what am I doing? Were the exact words that poured from Luke Woodhouse's mouth.
He was probably firing them in the practice room. But the 14 dart break is backed up with a 13 dart hold, and that's 3 on the spin and 1 away.
32.
Luke Woodhouse will be raging if he doesn't get this.
16. PT requires 76.
Hasn't been his night. Will it end potentially in 2 darts time? 25 and bull, surely. Can't get it going.
19.
Well, he hit the 9 to leave 66, so he thought he'd use that second dart as a marker for the bull. 2 messy shots in a row from Snakey. Oh dear, double 4.
Is Snakey getting shaky, Dan?
PT require 57.
Double top. Double 10.
37.
Now Peter Wright can't get the job done.
Luke,
2 match darts have been squandered. I make it 9 missed doubles in this leg for Luke Woodhouse. Now 10.
Games from the 8th leg.
Oh, thankfully didn't
Luke Woodhouse.
reach the
PT require 120.
120.
Double 20. Wrong side of the wire.
Had the weight right, just slight over rotation.
50.
39 for Luke to break throw and go for. Oh my goodness. See, that's unforgivable. You've got a massive target. Go for the wire that separates the 7 and the 19. Just slightly over pitch it if you're that fussed.
He's only got one chance.
23. Peter, you require 70.
Double top to get the job done.
Good.
Strange old game that, but Peter Wright has emerged on top. It was a slow start, a very fast middle for Wright. 3 legs on the bounce in 17, 14 and 13. Luke Woodhouse then managed to win a crazy leg in 23 darts. But nothing seemed to go right for Woody. There were 4 bounce outs. There were missed big numbers, plenty of missed darts at a double. Opportunity missed, you feel, against the below par Peter Wright.
6-4, it was a good effort, and then lost to Aspenol, and in that game averaged nearly 103.
Yeah, and it's a strong start this from Germaine, but Johnny Clayton, 6 players have won this title over the years. He is the only former champion in the field. No Van Gogh in here. Obviously Pipe, Vincent van der Voort, Phil Taylor not here, and no Luke Littler either.
Yeah, 6 out of the last 9 competitive matches for Johnny Clayton. He's averaged in excess of 100.
It's a strong opening leg, 13 darter from Germaine Watain.
Yes, I've heard the same.
But that'll be a focus for another day, because today, if Johnny Clayton is beaten by Germaine Watain, and it's not the most outlandish thing, just look at this from Germaine, double 16.
90.
Well, you can miss that one and come back. But if he does go, we are going to have a new name on the trophy.
Which was something that we thought was fairly predictable in our opening chat on day 1.
Johnny to throw first.
Yeah, and there's a very real chance we could have a brand new Euro Tour winner. Possibly. Considering that Germaine has not won a PDC title yet in his career, and Johnny Clayton has 16, including a number of major titles, the fact that it's very, very even in their head-to-head record is quite an interesting.
Yes.
You would have expected Johnny Clayton to be well clear of Germaine in that particular score, but it's not the case.
Number 16.
Yeah,
oh, beautiful.
Germaine Watain. Johnny to throw first. Game on.
Well, he's holding his throat. A humbling defeat to Martin Schindler last time out on the Euro Tour, and he could be about to go out here, and it could be a hefty scoreline in Germaine Wataine's favour.
Yeah, round 1 he beat George Killington in that
99.
Players' Championship with 111, then backed up with 101, De Graaf with 102, MVG with 95, Wade with 101, Notti with 103, Dominic in the final with 109.68.
Yeah, it was a spectacular day.
59.
But Germaine Watain, who's only missed a dart for the leg, takes it out for another 13 darter on. 13 darter on throw. His third in this game. And John Titan.
Johnny.
437.
He's got away with it in the end.
61.
But it may not matter. Doesn't get the treble 17 that would have given him a match dart at the bullseye. Is it another rabbit out of the hat for the ferret? No. Needed to be perfect, and it wasn't. Match darts, possibly match darts, incoming for Germaine Watain. Only the one. And that's all he needs. It is another ruthless performance from Germaine Watain. He keeps on putting in top-level stuff. And if he keeps on doing it, eventually he is going to win something. This might be the machine gun's year. What we do know, though, is we will have a new winner of the Austrian Darts Open, because the only former champion in the field, Johnny Clayton, is out.
All 100 134.
Kevin Dukes is looking to do something he's only done once in his career, and that's get to a Sunday on a European tour. He had a decent record of qualifying for them last year. Was at 5 of them. Didn't really make the most of it often enough. This is a much better leg. Much better 11-dart response from Nathan Aspenol.
Coming to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, if he's
44.
don't want to be having to take out shots like this just to hold your throw.
$94. Kevin, you require 80.
To break the throw. Kevin Dukes wants double tops, finds it. His best leg of the match. And Nathan Aspenol, despite producing the real moment of star quality in this game, the 11-darter, now finds himself 3-1 down, despite comfortably out-averaging Kevin.
Yeah, it's been 11-darter and nothing else.
44.
Not used to. You can point to Kev's stats and say, look, this bloke didn't play very well. But unfortunately, you haven't been able to play well enough to win enough leg. Just the 2.
$57.
With his recent record, Nathan Aspenol, I would imagine, was probably the favourite to come through this little section of the draw involving these two, Matty Denn and Martin Schindler. Things might be changing.
96. Nathan, you require 100.
2 tops. Well, it was aggressive. It was heartfelt from Nathan Aspenol, but it was unfortunately inaccurate. 15 or treble leaves the bullseye for Kevin Dukes. That is a 6-2 victory for Dukes over Aspenol, who immediately holds his hand up in apology. Neither player played particularly well. Aspinall's rotten run of form against Dukes continues. That is 5 losses on the spin. And in Kevin Dukes' 11th European tour, for just the second time, he reaches round 3. He's beaten the Asps 6 legs to 2.
$140.
Does caress the dart, Ricardo.
81.
Does have a
Petresco,
lovely action.
110.
This is just straight up and down. Short backswing, punches the dart out.
78.
We'll come back to have another look at double 16. Coach's dream, really, the Doby throw. Yeah, so smooth.
54.
Well, either one, if you were coaching a young child, you'd say, well, look, try and replicate that. Or as close to it.
28. Ricardo 146.
Doby's missed 4 opportunities, and yet Ricardo's only back on 146. There's loads of room to the left. Now double 16. Ricardo Petresco says to Chris Doby, that's how you hit it. What a dart that was. What a checkout.
100.
Discussing it with Dan Dawson, when a player has the perfect setup and angle
80.
of entry, and Doby is certainly one of those. Just sits up so inviting.
Double 11. Doby has to step forward to see what it landed in. Oh, doesn't need to check that. That's perfect from Chris Doby. Break of throw, gets the respect from Ricardo Petresco. Huge disparity between the first 9 average.
It's huge,
29 points.
92.
You're going to struggle to stay in a contest with that disparity.
83, Petresco 170.
Well, there's a big lake next to this venue in Graz. Is Doby going to go fishing? No, he is not.
130.
But he gets the baby fish at least to leave tops.
Oh, we had the baby fish and the big fish in the same match today, didn't we?
Yeah, Daryl Gurney certainly brought his rod with him.
And threw in a Shanghai as
60.
well, didn't he? Had the full set.
40.
Once again, Chris Doby is lax on the doubles, but he's afforded so much opportunity, so much time.
Yeah. Now, 3 from 13, and still averaging 102.
100, Petresco 20. Game
No mistake this time.
Chris Doby, 6 seconds.
Well, it was Wessel who beat Chris in Riesa. That was his last European Tour game. Opted not to play in Munich last week. He wasn't on the original entry list.
31.
Decided to take that weekend off. Premier League players more than entitled to do that with the brutality of the schedule.
Yeah, when you mix in the Pro Tour.
60.
Of course, other commitments.
The new Luke Littler's not here this weekend. Not here to defend his title and get another green jacket fitted.
Yeah, he's been up in Scotland entertaining the fans. There was a spell today in 3 legs where he had 2 170 finishes.
Of course he did.
Oh, yeah. There's not even a look of shock on your face. It's just a nod of, all right, yeah.
83, Petresco 50.
Well, this is one-way traffic. Double 16. Hits it first time of asking. It's not necessarily been a friend to Chris Doby in this match. He's missed numerous attempts at double 16, but that's an 11-darter. It's a piece of brilliance, and Ricardo Petresco, this is looking ominous for him.
Chris Doby is going to continue this run of 100-plus averages, making it 6 consecutive 100-plus averages. Currently
97.
sat at 105.16. 21 points ahead of Ricardo and counting.
140.
Well, this is set to be a much welcome win on the European Tour for Chris Doby.
58. Petresco 68.
A bit like Danny Noppert earlier today, he's lost 7 in a row. But he's ended that streak this evening. Chris Doby with a fabulous performance against Ricardo Petresco, who only had 1 dart at double in the entire match. Granted, he took out an excellent 146 checkout, but other than that, it was total domination from Hollywood Chris Doby, who is back in the winner's circle on the European Tour. He is looking to win his first Euro Tour title at the end of this weekend, and that performance has laid down a marker. Doby wins 6-1.
And they asked you, how do you throw a dart?
Yeah.
And they did that. You'd be like, you do not need to change anything.
No, there's a young lad at
60.
Jamie Caven's academy, and I was just watching him side on, not looking at the board, and I went, "Oh, I bet he's good," isn't he? And they went, "Yeah, very." No wonder.
91.
His throw for a 13-year-old lad is just ridiculously good.
There's been a few players come out of Jabba's academy. Henry Coates,
Yes.
one who's starting to make his way now.
140.
Yes, he recently won a
170.
development tour, didn't he?
Did. 170's not going to go for Matt Campbell, but he'll
130.
set it up beautifully. I do think he's a great player to watch when he's on form, Matt Campbell. The thing is, we haven't seen him on form as often as he would like.
Yeah, or as we'd like. You say he's another one of those. He's great to watch when he's on it.
40.
Double 10. Yeah, really nice. And look, he doesn't strike you as the quickest player in the world. He does not hang around, Matt
No,
Campbell.
it's a really nice tempo, isn't it? There's a lovely rhythm to it.
And then by the end of your second visit, you might be behind in the leg. The bullet on the 9. He is not a massive 9-dart hitter. He's never hit one on a big stage, Stephen Bunting.
Until
when, mate?
the next time he's on it.
Until he does, which isn't now. And all of a sudden, Stephen Bunting, who's on the 9-darter, might lose the leg. Is he going double-double? He was.
51. Stephen Ioka, 36.
Well, the scenario you anticipated, Dan, has happened, hasn't it? It starts with a 180, double 14. Ooh. Well, that's an incredible dart. He had enough confidence to literally go down the side of dart number 2.
And he back it up again. Not this time. Well, Matt Campbell's averaging 103 here. He's only averaged 100 on a Euro Tour stage twice before. 43. And one of them was earlier this year in Belgium, where he lost the game to Ross Smith.
What Matt has to work out is, what's different? What have I done different? Have I prepared different? Have I practiced more or less? Or
he's kind of got this sort of Gennaro Gattuso approach, where it's like sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe not so good. He just gets up there and sees how they go.
55.
Which I don't know if that's the best thing, but it certainly seems like that's his approach. He's not changing it.
No.
Stephen Ioka, 138.
It's never too late.
Oh. Double 12. Have you ever seen a better 138 check out a game of darts?
Stephen Bunting. $60.
And any kind of dip in Bunting's form, Campbell playing well enough to punish.
140.
Well, whatever happens, this is a performance Matt Campbell's just got to remember. And just think, this is...
Yeah, and draw on.
This is what I can do. This is what I should be doing more. Because if I do, lots of good things are going to happen. Nice and high.
140.
Once again, he's been broken by some Bunting brilliance, and he has bounced right back. He's asked him a question here. Does he have the answer? If he does, it could be key to winning the game. Double 16.
85.
Not the answer he was looking for.
Yeah, it was a nice aggressive dart, though. It wasn't sort of floated in the general direction. It was thrown at the target, as was that.
Matt Campbell.
And these sequence of stunning legs continue, 4 apiece. And he's now behind. He had a bit of a 62. Loose stem there, so giving it a tweak.
It is only his second 180, but it leaves him 2 darts away from victory. Matt Campbell, who's been hit by a blizzard of 4-visit legs from Stephen Bunting in this game, might be about to produce one of his own and wrap up a sensational win. Ginger ninja skills from Matt Campbell. A brilliant display from the Canadian. He defies an average of more than 104. It is one of the highest losing averages we have ever seen in the 13-year history of the Austrian Darts Open.
$77. 78.
Matty Dennett has won their only meeting And that was in the Lockdown Summer Series of 2020.
171.
That was quite good.
The Horse. 3 big trebles and 3 different segments.
134. Martin requires 16.
Double 8 for 2-1.
Gains
No
on the
problem
third
this
leg.
time for Shindy.
Martin Schindler.
Regulation
Fourth leg,
start,
Matthew
setting up
Focus.
brilliantly, taking it out first dart. He's taken issue with Shindy being the German #1. Maybe he's got something about people from Walsall and it was aimed at Matty Dennant. I don't think it was.
But what was he doing, Dan?
Sort of like a waving
134.
gesture, but slightly different.
$100. Martin, you require 124.
Important little passage, this. Bullseye not found by Martin Schindler. Matty Denon, one of these awkward
96.
ones. Does he get 2 darts at double? Does he get 1? Does he get none? Maximum 1. Not even that.
38.
Well, it looks
Martin,
such a good guy to
25.
just nestle in into the treble 20. Didn't take it. And now Martin Schindler eyes up double 10 for a break of throw. Now, this is the problem going 5 double 10. That first dart,
Gains
no,
on
it's
the
not a
fourth
blocker.
leg.
It's a
Martin
brilliant
Schindler.
check out from Schindler.
$59. $100.
Better. Yeah, first maximum for Matty Denon. Gives him a little bit of breathing space. Maybe not for long.
140. Matthew requires 62.
Might only get 1 at double. Has choices. Opts for double top. He's hit it already.
Gains
He hits
on
it
the
again.
sixth leg. Matthew Denon.
Well, Matty Dennant is obviously not going to give up in this, but Martin Schindler, even though he's lost that leg, still feels firmly in control of this. This match darts in the process.
100. $97.
Do you know what? Discretion, the better part of valour there for Schindler. He'd have loved to stay on the 20s, but he was making life hard for himself, so he thought, I'll go to the 19s. If that single, it leaves 161.
94.
A lot harder than 160, but it was worth the risk, and he got the treble. It paid off.
It was a master plan from Martin Schindler. 1, 2, 3, easy as that on the bullseye. The Martin Schindler fan is happy. Schindler himself, I imagine, is pleased as punch with that, and he's 1 leg away from round 3.
He's been holding his own these last few legs, Matty Denon. Playing some good stuff. He seems quite comfortable. The problem is the damage has been done. From 4-1 down, when he was being outscored more regularly.
95.
And it just looks like he's going to have to find a level
126.
that isn't quite there tonight to turn this around, or Schindler's going to have to drop off massively.
Double 12. Very nicely done from Matty Denon.
Matthew Denon.
Martin Schindler opts for the brutal approach of kicking Dennant while he's down, rubbing his nose in it.
58.
Well,
Martin requires
look what an extra 20 or
121.
60 points would do to this leg. No need to go to the 11s. Double A. Oh, we've very nearly seen 3 ton-plus finishes in consecutive legs. But Schindler misses a match start. He'll be back for more. And Matty Denon can walk away with his head held high. He has been good. Been very good in the second half of this game, but not good enough to beat the German #1 by the looks of it. No, he wasn't. Schindler progresses to the final day here in Austria. The two-time winner on the Euro Tour last year has averaged 99 and got the job done this evening. It'll be Kevin Dukes for him in a shootout for the quarter-finals, and we've got one more spot available in the final day here in Graz. It'll go to the former finalist Ian Wright or Chizzy Dave Chisnall.
And yet, if he goes and wins the tournament this weekend, is anyone surprised?
Nope, all of that is forgotten.
59.
Ian Wright with that classic style. Dave Chisnall, a little bit more unconventional. There's a lot of things going on with the Chisnall throw, but when he gets it right, my goodness.
130.
Ian Wright was very good against Rasma, averaged 97. Wants the ball. Gets the ball.
On the first leg, Ian Wright. Second leg, Ian to throw first.
Ian Wright's first Euro Tour of the year. He's looking to make the most of it. However, Chizzy has woken up.
80.
Well, you don't want to follow.
140. David Acquire, 105.
$85 left. Wanted treble 19, but he's gone the wrong side of the wire.
65. And you require 40.
Tops 2-0, 15
Cash on the second
and 13. Stunning
Third
start
leg, Dave to throw
for
first.
Ian Wright.
Game on.
2-0. To lead, a real showbiz shot. When it comes off the ball double 16, it's a thing of beauty.
125. David Aguirre, 132.
Not going to work
That
like
was
that.
anything but.
87. And you require 100.
Two tops. Very aggressive.
60. David
Well, I'm
Aguirre,
sure he looked at the
45.
16th first and then changed his mind last minute.
Yeah.
Well, he's got the big number, but he's made it slightly
And on
awkward.
Sedler, Dave Chisnall.
Blocked some of the
Sedler,
tops bed, but
Dave to throw
is able
first.
to win the leg.
Game.
Wrestle back control.
In fact, in between games, they open all the back doors, don't they, just to circulate a bit of cool air.
140.
Certainly one of the hottest commentary boxes I've ever been in.
Or 119.
We're both
David
sat here
Aguirre,
fantasising about aircon. Dave Chisnall fantasises about a 140 checkout, which isn't going to go, but he'd like to set it up nicely with a straight ton.
100. $177.
Well, pressure has been applied from nowhere, really.
Asking the question, does Dave have the answers? Well, there is the answer.
Seventh leg, Dave Chisnall. Eighth leg in to throw first.
Lovely
Game.
little spell.
David Aguirre, 149.
Chance to wrap up victory in style.
$59.
In this situation, Ian Wright has been finding a favourable turn, but not counted for much.
100. David required 90.
double 15. Dave Chisnall has not failed to get to round 3 on the Euro Tour this year. He was so close to wrapping his spot up then.
Sure. He thinks what I thinks. How on earth has that not gone in? Needs the treble. Doesn't get it, so Dave will be back. Double 15.
56.
Couple of mil closer
David
to the left, and it's in.
30.
Going straight at it. That's awkward. Moves across and pins double 15. And that completes the day's action here in Graz. Dave Chisnall makes it 5 from 5 in getting to round 3 on the European Tour this year. He